The myth versus the reality. Germany's often described as one of the best places in the world to live. People talk about strong public services, efficient transportation, universal healthcare, free universities, and high quality of life. On social media and travel videos, Germany is shown as a country where life is organized, affordable, and stable. Many people believe that compared to countries like the United States or the United Kingdom, living in Germany is cheap. But that belief is only partly true. In reality, living in Germany is not as cheap as people think. For many residents, especially newcomers, students, immigrants, and even middle-class families, Germany can feel surprisingly expensive. The costs are not always obvious at first. They are hidden in rent, energy bills, taxes, insurance, daily expenses, and rules that most outsiders do not understand until they live there. Today, we are going to break the illusion. This video is not about hating Germany. It is about understanding the real costs of life behind the reputation. Because Germany offers stability, but stability is not free. And for many people, the price of living in Germany comes as a shock. Let us start with the biggest expense of all. Housing. Germany has one of the most difficult rental markets in Europe. In major cities like Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, Frankfurt, and Cologne, finding an apartment is extremely competitive. Hundreds of people apply for a single listing. Viewings are crowded. Requirements are strict. Landlords often ask for proof of income, credit history, employment contracts, and sometimes even references from previous landlords. Rent prices have increased sharply over the past decade. Berlin, once known as a cheap capital, has seen rents double or even triple in some areas. Munich is now one of the most expensive cities in Europe. Even smaller cities are no longer affordable the way they once were. What many people do not realize is that German apartments often come completely empty. No furniture, no kitchen, no lights, no appliances. Tenants are expected to install their own kitchen, sometimes costing thousands of euros. When people talk about cheap rent in Germany, they rarely include this hidden startup cost. And rent is only the beginning. Germany has high energy costs. Electricity prices are among the highest in Europe. Heating is expensive, especially during long winters. Gas prices fluctuate, and energy bills can shock newcomers who expect efficiency to mean affordability. Many residents reduce heating, wear extra layers indoors, or limit electricity usage just to control costs. Then there are additional housing expenses. Monthly building fees, waste disposal fees, water charges, and maintenance costs add up. What looks affordable on paper becomes expensive once everything is included. Now let us talk about taxes. Germany has one of the highest tax burdens in the world. Income tax, solidarity, surcharge, church tax, and social contributions take a large portion of salaries. For middle-income earners, nearly half of gross income can disappear before reaching the bank account. Yes, those taxes fund healthcare, pensions, unemployment benefits, and infrastructure. But that does not change the reality that take-home pay feels small compared to gross salary. Many foreigners are shocked when they receive their first paycheck and realize how much is deducted. Living in Germany means accepting that you do not control a large part of your income. The system controls it for you. Healthcare is often described as free, but it is not free. It is mandatory insurance. Monthly contributions are deducted from salaries. Private insurance exists, but can be expensive and complicated. Dental care, glasses, and some treatments still require out-of-pocket payments. Childcare is another hidden cost. While some regions offer subsidized childcare, availability is limited. Waiting lists are long. Private childcare can be expensive. Many parents reduce working hours because childcare costs make full-time work financially pointless. Transportation is efficient, but not cheap. Monthly public transport tickets can be expensive, especially outside of discounted programs. Owning a car in Germany is costly due to fuel prices, insurance, taxes, parking fees, and strict maintenance rules. Driving is regulated heavily, and violations result in fines. Food prices in Germany are lower than in some Western countries, but they are rising. Grocery costs have increased significantly due to inflation and energy prices. Eating out is expensive. Restaurant prices, service charges, and tipping expectations add up quickly. Many people underestimate how expensive daily life becomes when everything is combined. Another major factor is bureaucracy. Germany is famous for paperwork. Forms, registrations, appointments, and rules dominate everyday life. Mistakes can lead to fines. Missed letters can cause serious problems. Many services require in-person visits, appointments weeks in advance, and precise documentation. This bureaucracy costs time and money. Translators, advisors, and legal assistants become necessary for foreigners. Mistakes can delay benefits or increase expenses. Then there is the cost of integration. Learning German is essential. Without it, job opportunities are limited. Language courses are expensive and time-consuming. Professional recognition for foreign degrees can take years and cost money. Many immigrants accept lower-paying jobs despite high qualifications. Germany offers opportunity, but not immediate success. Salaries in Germany are stable, but not high compared to cost of living in major cities. Wage growth is slow. Promotions take time. Job security exists, but financial flexibility is limited. People often say Germany's cheap because they compare it to countries with extreme healthcare or education costs. But that comparison ignores the fact that German residents pay continuously through taxes and mandatory contributions. You do not pay everything at once, but you pay constantly. And this creates a very specific lifestyle. Living in Germany is about predictability, not luxury. Comfort, not abundance. Stability, not speed. The system protects you from collapse, but it does not guarantee wealth. Many people live modestly, even with good jobs. Saving money is possible, but it requires discipline. Spontaneous spending feels risky. Large purchases require planning. Financial mistakes are difficult to recover from. So, when people say Germany is cheap, what they really mean is this. Germany spreads its costs quietly. Instead of one big bill, you face many small ones. Instead of visible fees, you face deductions. Instead of freedom to choose, you accept structured obligations. For some people, this is perfect. For others, it feels suffocating. And we are not done yet. Because the real truth about why Germany is not as cheap as people think lies in expectations. Expectations created by social media, relocation videos, and surface-level comparisons. People arrive expecting affordability and discover control. They expect savings and discover limits. They expect ease and discover structure. We will go deeper. We will talk about why newcomers struggle financially. Why young Germans feel pressured, why retirement is not as comfortable as expected, and why many residents quietly feel stuck. We will explore the emotional cost of living in Germany, not just the financial one. Because the real price of life in Germany is not just euros. It is adaptation. The hidden pressures, the emotional costs, and the reality long-term. By the time most people fully settle into life in Germany, the initial excitement has faded. The beautiful streets, efficient trains, and organized systems begin to feel normal. What replaces them is routine. And inside that routine, many people begin to notice something unexpected. Life feels controlled. Germany offers stability, but it demands structure in return. For some people, this structure creates comfort. For others, it slowly becomes pressure. This pressure is not loud or dramatic. It builds quietly over time. One of the biggest surprises for newcomers is how difficult it is to increase income. Salaries in Germany grow slowly. Promotions take years. Job changes are cautious. Employers value loyalty, experience, and process over speed. This creates job security, but it limits financial growth. Many professionals who move to Germany from abroad accept lower salaries than they expected. Even highly skilled workers often start below their qualification level. Career progression feels slow, and negotiating higher pay is culturally difficult. Asking for more money can feel uncomfortable and risky. As a result, many people live comfortably, but not freely. Savings grow slowly. Large financial goals take longer. Buying property feels out of reach for many, especially in major cities. Home ownership rates in Germany are lower than in many other countries, not by choice, but by cost and regulation. Renting long-term is common, but that also means living with uncertainty. Rent controls exist, but they do not stop competition. Tenants often stay in apartments longer than they want to, simply because finding another place is too difficult. This leads to a quiet feeling of being stuck. Another reality people rarely talk about is social cost. Making friends in Germany takes time. Relationships are slow to form. Social circles are stable but closed. For immigrants and expats, loneliness is common, especially in the first years. This matters financially too. Without strong social networks, people rely more on paid services. They hire help instead of receiving it informally. They spend more on convenience. Emotional stress increases, which affects productivity and health. Mental health care exists, but access is limited. Waiting times are long. English-speaking therapists are expensive. Emotional strain becomes another hidden cost of living. Then there is family life. Raising children in Germany is often described as affordable, but the reality is mixed. While education is free and some childcare is subsidized, availability is limited. Many parents cannot find full-day childcare. Schools often end early in the afternoon, forcing parents to adjust work schedules. This system quietly pushes one parent, often women, into part-time work. Income drops. Career growth slows. Financial independence weakens. The cost is not just money, but long-term opportunity. For single parents, the challenge is even greater. Support exists, but navigating the system is complex. Paperwork is endless. Mistakes are punished. Benefits come with conditions. Germany helps, but only if you follow the rules. Exactly. Now let us talk about retirement. Germany has a strong pension system, but it is under pressure. An aging population means fewer workers supporting more retirees. Many Germans worry about their future pensions. Private savings are encouraged, but taxes reduce what people can invest. Older residents often live modestly. Comfort exists, but luxury is rare. Travel requires planning. Big expenses are avoided. Retirement is stable, not indulgent. This is where expectations clash with reality. Many people imagined Germany as a place where life is easy, where systems remove stress, where money worries disappear. But in reality, Germany replaces chaos with control, not abundance. You are protected from extreme failure, but also limited from extreme success. This trade-off works well for people who value predictability. It frustrates those who value flexibility. Another overlooked cost is compliance. Germany is a rule-based society. Rules govern noise, recycling, parking, renovations, pets, business, and daily behavior. Violations lead to fines. Mistakes are documented. Letters arrive. Deadlines matter. Living under constant regulation creates mental fatigue for some people. Freedom feels reduced. Spontaneity feels risky. Every action feels monitored. This affects quality of life in ways that money alone cannot measure. So why do people still believe Germany is cheap? Because the costs are invisible. Healthcare is deducted before you see your salary. Taxes disappear before you touch your money. Fees are spread across months. Services are bundled into contributions. You rarely face a single massive bill, but you pay constantly. Germany's not cheap. It is managed, and this difference is critical. People who thrive in Germany are those who accept long-term trade-offs. They value security over speed, systems over flexibility, stability over ambition. For them, the cost feels fair. But for others, especially those who value growth, independence, and financial freedom, the price feels heavy. Germany is not a place where money problems disappear. They change shape. Instead of fear of collapse, there is fear of stagnation. Instead of sudden crisis, there is slow pressure. Instead of chaos, there is constraint. And this is the truth many people do not talk about. Living in Germany is not cheap. It is carefully balanced. It asks you to trade freedom for security, growth for stability, and choice for structure. For some, that trade is worth it. For others, it becomes the reason they leave. So, if you are thinking about moving to Germany, studying there, working there, or retiring there, ask yourself this question honestly. Do you want safety, or do you want flexibility? Do you want structure, or do you want control? Because Germany offers a very good life, but it is not a cheap one. And now, I want to hear from you. If you live in Germany, does this match your experience? If you are planning to move, did this change how you think about life there? Share your thoughts, because real experiences matter more than online myths. If this video helped you see beyond the surface, stay connected. More honest conversations about life, money, and reality are coming. Because the true cost of living is never just about prices. It is about what you give up to feel secure.